Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2020 Chevy 2500 LTZ. I wanted to do this video just so I could get a video in on the all-new Chevy 2500 since I've already looked at quite a few of the 3500s. But anyways, we're going to do a quick walk around first and foremost, then we're going to take the truck out to see how it drives. A big shout out and thank you to Larry H. Miller, Chevy here in Provo, Utah, for providing us with the truck. If you're in the market for a new truck, check out their inventory in the link below. Under the hood here of this particular LTZ, we have the 6.6 liter diesel Duramax engine. In terms of power outputs, it's 445 horsepower and then 910 pound-feet of torque, and that is all through a 10-speed automatic transmission made by Allison. Now let's go over things on the front end of this 2500 LTZ. So starting at the very front of the truck, you can see that we've got these nice little turn signal lights at the top, and then the whole headlight system is actually just down below. It's kind of interesting, but you do have a little LED accent up top there too. You've got all the lights just down below. You've got your parking sensors on the front of the bumper, tow hooks as well. You've got Z71 in the grille, since this one does have the Z71 package. And then I'll kind of give you guys an angle again so you can see just the whole truck. It's absolutely massive. I love that little slit at the top. It makes it look a lot more aggressive in general. And then obviously you're going to get the Allison and then Duramax badging on the top of the hood. Around the side here, we've got 20-inch rims, 275mm, and since this has a Z71 package, you can see these tires are a little bit more aggressive. Obviously for the off-road, we've got little fender flares that go around. This one has the side steps. You can see the mirrors. We'll go over that a little bit later. Z71 badging, and then you can see on the side down here, we've got the little side step. So this makes getting in and out on the side of the bed a lot easier. And then you've got a little gas cap here with your diesel and then DEF. Here is the key fob for the truck, so you can see that you've got your lock and unlock, your remote start, and then your tailgate release. So if we lock the truck, hold this down, that'll do the remote start function. And then if we press it again, that'll shut off the truck. Takes a second, but the bed will have the slow lower down function, which is really, really nice. And then you got your spray-in bed liner all throughout here. You can see you've got LED bed lights, you've got the plug-in here, so a full power outlet, and then the Chevy bow tie at the very end of the bed is hiding there. And if we lift up the bed, it's actually really easy to lift it up. It's really lightweight in general. Silverado LTZ badging, parking sensors on the rear. You've got that little receiver hitch, all the plugins for towing, and then you've got these steps here on the side, so it makes getting in and out of the truck a lot easier. Taillights in the back, so full LEDs here. Really clean look. This is actually my favorite look on the Silverados from the rear angle. We've got keyless entry here, so one touch and that'll unlock it. And you can see the door panel here in the rear. So you've got this nice leather padding on the side, wood trim right there, your window control, little thing for the door handle, all of your stitching across the door. And then we can pull this seat down actually, so we can go over the seats first and foremost, so you guys can see the rear seats here. They've got little cubbies in the back, and then you can pull this down as well for the cups. And then you've got all the charging stations back here. You do get heated seats in the rear. Rubber floor mats with this Z71 package, and then I can lift this up again so you can see the storage underneath. Got that same keyless entry as you can see in the front. These are the mirrors that come with the 2500. They're the trailer tow mirrors, absolutely massive. They show everything around you. But we can look at the door panel here in the front. So you can see again, beautiful leather right here with the wood trim, all of your window controls, mirror controls, all that. And the mirrors actually have the little extension thing, so you can extend them out, which that's a really neat feature that I like on these trucks. Memory seats, your lock and unlock, and then one of the speakers for the Bose sound system. Here are the seats here in the front, so you can see these seats, full leather. Again, they've got nice perforations in them, fully power adjustable on the seats. You've got the little hood release up front with the pedal layout. This is for your parking brake. That's your light controls, your cargo light, fog lights, and then you've got your auto, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and then you've got your little trailer tow mode, and then the steering wheel is going to be manually adjustable. To start up the truck, just put your foot on the brake, push the push start, and then if it's cold outside, it'll do the diesel preheat for you, but the gauges will do a sweep. Got all of our controls for the center screen right here on the steering wheel, your voice control, phone control right there, Chevy bow tie, heated steering wheel. That is for the collision warning, and then you've got your cruise control on the other side, fully wrapped in leather with the contrasted stitching. Really like that in general. You've got your little stalk there for the windshield wiper / turn signal. And then this is for that 10-speed automatic. That's the column shifter, and you can shift the gears manually if you'd like. So we've got the gauge clusters here on the left side. You've got the RPMs on the right side. You've got the speed. And then you've got these little center screens which you can scroll through. So it gives you a bunch of different bits of information on the trucks in general. Really easy to use. So good setup. Now I've got the center touchscreen here, and of course it's got plastic on it. So bear with me for a moment. Actually really responsive, other than the fact that the plastic kind of gets in the way. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay come with this. You do get navigation, which is a nice little feature right there. And then if I actually pop the truck into reverse, you can see that the camera system pops up, which there's a ton of different camera views. So see, you got your backup camera, and then you've got another angle right there. This is on the front. And then you can see you've got a couple different views right there. And then you got kind of like your little surround camera system. So I mean, there are literally camera views on every portion of the truck. So parking this truck, all that kind of stuff, super easy because of that. We've got our analog controls for the whole touchscreen infotainment system. Analog climate controls right here. Heated and ventilated seats for the front. Hill descent control, that's for your power outlet for the bed. Stability control, hazard lights, that's your tailgate release. Parking sensors. This is your lane departure assistance, diesel exhaust brake, and then your trailer brakes are already integrated right here. All of your charging here with a full power outlet. And you do get wireless charging on top of that, which is a nice little touch. Some cup holders right here, and here's the full center console now. And if we open this up, see there's a ton of storage space in here in general, and then you got a couple more charging stations. And finally, to sum things up on the storage, we can come over to the glove boxes, and it is a dual glove box system, so storage is not an issue at all in the 2500. Up top here, we've got all of our controls, like for the sunroof, for example, all of your universal garage door opener controls, light controls on top of that. So pretty simple setup in general. And this does have that cool mirror camera system, so you can see that it'll turn into a camera with the mirror when you have that on or off. I really like it. Once I've gotten used to it, it helps out a lot, because then obviously it makes it so that you can see back there. And then also, I forgot to mention, it does have a power rear setting window in the rear. But yeah, let's wrap things up on the interior of the Chevy 2500 by going over pricing. So this truck stickers for just over $73,000 before any type of market adjustment. And the biggest thing that I want to see in this video is if this truck drives any differently or any smoother compared to the 3500, if there's really a reason to get the 2500 over the 3500. You know, other than the fact that obviously the 3500 will have a higher payload and you can get it in a dually, whereas a 2500 you can't. That all being said though, let's take this 2500 out to see how it drives. Oops, I forgot to press it hard enough. So before we set off in the 2020 Chevy 2500, let's go over visibility. So you can see visibility over the hood is pretty decent in general. And then see visibility throughout both of the mirrors, really good. And then you can see visibility throughout the back on top of that. But with that all being said, let's set off in this 2500. So first things first, let's talk about road noise and ride quality. So road noise, there's actually not a whole lot of road noise that comes in. You do hear a bunch of noise from that 6.6 liter Duramax, which those are good sounds, guys. And then in terms of ride quality, it's really smooth, but it feels about the same smoothness as the 3500. I'm not noticing a huge difference in ride quality between the two trucks. Steering, you can see steering is really light and effortless, pretty direct in general. It's, again, I would say this is pretty average for a truck in terms of the steering input, feel, all that kind of stuff. Let's get a little acceleration with this Duramax. Wow, that 10-speed actually goes through the gears pretty quick, as you guys can see. It's got a lot of gears to go through in general, but yeah, I mean, this thing is this thing is fast. That's all I have to say. It is fast for a truck. So to sum things up, where this kind of stands, I'm a little bit torn because, like I said, ride quality wise, the 3500 seems like it rides the same, and 3500 is going to have a little bit higher payload, so it kind of almost makes more sense to go for a 3500 over the 2500 from a towing sense. However, I mean, this one with that, you know, LTZ with the Z71 package, that off-road package with the upgraded shocks and all that, I mean, this one might handle off-road a little bit better than a 3500 in general, but I feel like it'd also be really close. So Yeah, I almost feel like the 3500 is the better route to go for, but this is still an awesome truck. There we have it, everyone. The 2020 Chevy 2500 LTZ. Absolutely amazing truck. And again, a big thank you and shout out to Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Provo, Utah for providing us with a truck. Check out their inventory in the link below. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe. Comment down below what you thought. I'll see all of you in that next video.